Supremes and Diana Rice in the song called You Keep Me Hanging On. And we're hanging on this morning for Edgar Adams from the Central Coast Business Review. Oh, he's just walked in the studio. Good morning, Edgar.
Good morning, Peter.
Well, you've got some fantastic news, I understand.
Oh, Pete, have we ever?
We've got action happening with the sinking of the Adelaide.
Yes, at last we got some real traction.
Well, I don't know if it's been reported in the paper last week. It was probably too late, was it?
It was too late for the paper, and I don't think it's got onto the radio news this morning.
On TV? No? Couldn't
go
on the TV today. Yeah. Anyway, you may have heard this information first on Coast FM this morning.
You will have.
Your correspondent, Edgar Adams, is right before it's out, and the phone is also ringing as well, so it must be... it wouldn't be the lawyers saying
no. Wouldn't
be the lawyers saying, no, you can't run that.
Could be. We won't listen to them yet. But late on Friday night, when I say late, it was after business closure, the member for Terrigal and the Shadow Minister for the Central Coast, Chris Archer, came out with a statement on the sinking of the former HMAS Adelaide. In a convoluted statement, I've got to say that. But in the end, the final few lines were on the basis of the court orders. This is the appeals tribunal. Subject to the corrections being made and its orders being complied with, authorise the sinking of the Adelaide. Sorry, I've got the paragraphs, the sentences wrong.
You certainly have.
On the basis that the court orders are strictly complied with, the New South Wales Coalition has no objection to the sinking of the vessel. If the coalition is elected to office in the state election on the 26th of March, the sinking of the Adelaide will proceed.
Right.
Now that came out, I got it about 9 o'clock.
On Friday?
But talk about an interesting week that culminated in that.
Yes.
Which shows what people power can do, Peter. The previous Saturday, the Artificial Reef Project Group, they held an information booth down at the Esplanade at Terrigal, and had a petition signing, and they picked up over 700 signatures in 3.5 hours.
Really?
People were queuing up to sign.
People write slowly there, do they? That's a lot of that's a lot of people.
There's a lot of people.
One table, 720 signatures.
And Harcher had a table further up the street, and he didn't want to know about it.
Of support.
Yes. So anyway, but that was all right. That happened, and then earlier during the week, following the Saturday, I've got to get my time.
That was last week.
This all last week. The Community Environmental Network, which is chaired by a bloke called John Asquith, and it's a grouping of all of the greenie groups
on the coast.
On the coast, all different directions they come from, but he manages to keep them on the straight and narrow in terms of keeping them credible.
Yeah.
And they've been very supportive of it because they're running the Marine Discovery Centre at Terrigal at CEN.
Oh, so this is not part of the mob that are anti the sinking.
No, this is pro.
So the CEN is the Community Environment Network,
and they are in favour of it.
They're in favour of it.
So anyway, but they're maintaining a bit of a low profile. But anyway, the No Ship group got up their nose, and they came out with a letter supporting it in every way, shape, and form.
That's the Community
Environment Network. So that was the next thing. The CARP group then decided that for the Wednesday's Express, because the Express never prints they only print the No Ship group stuff.
You said ship then, didn't you?
Ship.
Yes, thanks.
And they had a full-page ad with that letter and plus other stuff. On Thursday, and they planned a information night at Crown Plaza on the Thursday night, but on the Thursday afternoon, the government came out. The state government came out with a statement that the ship would be sunk on the 13th of April.
Oh, they said emphatically, the Keneally government said it's going to be dumped on the 13th of April.
Yeah, they made the statement, and that was it. So at this information, later in the night, on Thursday, David Harris, who's the Parliamentary Secretary for the Central Coast, he came along and he made the announcement at the end of the night. And the crowd, there was over 400 people there.
Right, okay.
A few spies, but 400, and it was an amazing scene.
Yeah.
And so by this time, you're getting a picture. There were 700 people prepared to sign petitions. There was another 400 people went to this. Anyway, then on Friday morning, a group of different business people started sending out emails of support for the Adelaide to all of their business contacts in their Outlook contacts list, and all of a sudden this was going everywhere. So we had a situation where Harcher was being squeezed into a corner because he still was not commenting on it.
He wasn't prepared to put his name to it.
No, Harcher would not say a word. He even considered that it was still a legal issue. That was his get out. But anyway, he realised that the game was up, and so late in the day Friday he
had to capitulate.
He capitulated, and it was exciting because it just shows you when people get behind something. Yeah. They can make these politicians take notice.
Well, we're seeing it now in, not on a different scale, of course, in places like Libya and around the Middle East there, with the fact that the internet now and the Facebooks and the email
just shows you what can
really motivate people without any reference, of course, to main media, and the government have no idea what's going on.
Correct. Correct.
Isn't that great? Okay, so it's going to be the April 13 day.
April 13th. Now, of course, you've got to remember the No Ship group have just got out of their tree, and they've jumped out of their tree. They're going ballistic over it, and they will.
Absolutely.
But in the end, on the 26th of March, when the election is on, the people of Avoca, they can say whether they want it or not.
Sure.
But in the end, this ship is going down. Do you know there's over 2,000 wrecks off the coast of New South Wales?
Yes, going back many years.
Going over 100 years.
Yes.
2,000 wrecks. Did any of them ever get prepared to be wrecked? Was the fuel taken out of them? Was all the lead in their paint taken off?
Some were sailing ships, I think.
Well, they had lead on that. They had lead paint in a big way, mate.
Of course, yes.
You know? But the point about all of this is that this ship will be the cleanest ship that was ever sunk on Earth. So there we go. So it looks like we're going to get it.
It'd be like sinking a whole pile of seashells, you reckon?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Well, the great thing is it'll be a great thing for the coast economy, Peter.
So, okay, put that in your diary. The 13th of April is the sinking of the Adelaide.
It's a Wednesday.
Avoca.
It's a Wednesday.
Oh, it's a Wednesday?
Yeah.
Oh, really? It's a Wednesday?
Yeah, middle of the week. School holidays.
Ah.
Yeah, well,
of course it is.
Yeah, they don't want to disrupt. There's a lot of when they planned the original sinking, there was a lot of disruption to everything around that area because of roads. So they decided it's easier to run it in the middle of the week, and because of school holidays.
So let's settle now for a sort of a Rotary or community involvement.
I don't think Rotary will get involved.
No, probably not.
Rotary lost so much money.
Yes.
Thanks to the No Ship Group, money that should have gone to charities.
Sure. Yeah.
People in need. But no, the No Ships Group, who are a mob of NIMBYs.
Well,
anyway,
let's be balanced here. Let's try and be balanced.
Peter, I try so hard to be balanced.
We get calls about it.
I try extra hard.
Your bipartisan attitude to the Central Coast. Well, that's great news. I've been very supportive, and I think most of our Coast FM listeners have been supportive of the sinking of the Adelaide under the circumstances that have now come to light. It'll be Wednesday, the 13th of April, with support from both political parties. Whatever the outcome is on the 26th of
March.
Exactly.
Yep.
Oh, when I said this month, I mean...
No, next month.
Coming up very soon.
It's off tomorrow.
Moving in quite... Well, thank you, Edgar, for that news.
Thanks,
it's hot off the press, and we'll have to find something new to talk about now.
Yes, we will.
On a Monday, but we'll find something.
Oh, there's plenty to go.
Yeah, darn tootin'. Thank you, Edgar Adams.
Have a good week.
Central Coast Business Review at Coast FM.